I'm back for my 3 week trip. As many of you know, I was away the past 3 weeks. What you may not know is that I went to Fiji, got married, celebrated my honeymoon, and also attended Tony Robbins Life and Wealth Mastery Seminar. So I had quite a full past 3 weeks, and I just returned last weekend and have been taking some time to slowly ease back into my daily life, transitioning. And as I do so, I've taken a few moments to just recap and recall where I've been and where I'm going, not only in my personal life, but as well as in my professional life and with Shakti Vidya Yoga. And so I thought I would just share that with you. Now, some of you have been with me from the very start. Some of you have been with me from my very first teacher training in 2010, and after which I taught at Atma Bodha Yoga Studio in Virginia Beach for a while before moving up to Northern Virginia. And then life took me on a bit of a curveball with moving, changing jobs, changes in my relationships, and I didn't teach for a while. But I always had this burning, deep desire from a place that I can't even name, that to teach, to share yoga, to learn more about Ayurveda and share those tools as well. And so in 2014, when things started to settle down a bit with all of those changes and transitions that I had experienced the years prior, I decided to start Shakti Vidya Yoga. And at the end of 2013, I created our first website and wrote the first blog, which was released on January 1st, New Year's Day of 2014. And that month we started with our very first workshop out of my parents' basement. And that first year I was doing once a month workshops out of my parents' basement, and that's how we got started. And some of you may remember attending some of those first few workshops. I continued those workshops for a while, and actually at the end of 2014, I felt led to give notice at my job to transition to part-time with my day job so that I could really focus on learning more about yoga and Ayurveda and different ways to serve you and offer these tools to you, these tools that have played such a large role in my life, in my own deep healing of emotional wounds, of healing through difficult situations such as going to medical school, working in a hospital through residency, being faced with really critical decisions and situations. And these tools of yoga, meditation, faith, Ayurveda have helped me through all of that. And so it was my deepest desire, and is still my deepest desire, to share these tools with you as a way to empower you. See, I have felt so empowered by integrating these tools into my life that I can't just keep it to myself. So our mission is even beyond learning yoga postures, even beyond learning an Ayurvedic diet. Our true mission is to empower you to lead a life that is truly aligned with your true nature, to teach you simple and sustainable tools for self-care so that you may always come to know your true nature and what it feels like to live and create a life from that most authentic space. So in 2015, I went to Costa Rica, did my 300-hour advanced yoga teacher training. I came back ready to teach and signed up for an Ayurveda consultant certificate program. I completed that within a few months and was ready to start seeing clients one-on-one. And so since then, I bounced around teaching at lots of different yoga studios. I was still teaching out of my parents' basement. I was offering Ayurvedic consultations, and I was having a blast. I enjoyed every single moment of that, and especially enjoyed all of the incredible people that I met and had the opportunity to share these tools with along the way. So I did that up until about the end of 2016, early 2017, when all of a sudden I started to develop a really bad pain in my shoulder, and I had to take a break. I could barely do my own yoga practice. I did not know where this pain came from, but I knew that I was being called to take even greater care of myself. That self-care and self-love is something that I have been focused on teaching and implementing more and more in my daily life. But this pain that arose in my body was a call to take it to a whole different level. So I took some time off, and as I started to heal, honestly, I wasn't sure if I was meant to continue with Shakti Vidya Yoga. And I was feeling quite discouraged, to tell you the truth, until I went to my first Tony Robbins seminar called Unleash the Power Within, which was last summer. And as part of that event, we were asked to consider a question that we've been struggling with. And we were led through a heart-centered practice to find the answer for that question, to find that answer from within, from our heart and our soul. And what came up for me was, my question was, should I continue to grow Shakti Vidya Yoga? And the answer was a resounding, loud yes. Yes, this is my dharma. This is my soul's mission, to share this with you, to help you find that inner peace, to share my journey with you, with all its light and dark, in true authenticity and vulnerability. And it's a daily practice with me that I share with you, and it is a joy and a privilege and an honor. And so I say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in each week as I share my journey with you through my blogs. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you for listening. Thank you for receiving and allowing me to share my gifts, my journey, my experiences with you. And I want to also just kind of recap all that we've done since that decision was made to move forward. We've redone our website a couple different times, you may have noticed, as I've gotten clearer and clearer about the best ways to serve you, about how to make these tools as accessible and practical for you to integrate right away. It does not need to be hard, and that is part of our mission, that we make self-care simple. It's to offer you really simple and practical ways to tap into your most authentic self, to create that life that you so deserve. And so we started out this year with flying out to LA, teaching at the Yoga Expo LA, where I taught to a crowd of over 100 people. We handed out over 50 gratitude journals, spreading gratitude practice over on the West Coast. We had a blast. And at that time, I was already offering one-on-one sessions online with yoga and Ayurveda. But it was really at that event that the idea came to me to create a live online yoga studio. And less than 2 months later, we had our official launch of our live online weekly yoga classes. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined us in these classes. It has been an absolute blessing to meet you and grow our Shakti Vidya yoga community. And since then, we have offered we had a really successful Solstice Flow class where all proceeds of that class went to a charity dear to my heart called Shakti, which is based out of India, focused on educating and empowering underprivileged girls. That event is now available for purchase. The recorded event is now available for purchase on our website, with all proceeds from that purchase still going to that wonderful organization called Shakti. And we've grown, we've added new teachers, and we've since March had anywhere from 2 to 4 classes on our weekly schedule at any given time. And we've taught our first monthly masterclass back in August, which is now going to be a regular offering the first Saturday of every month, where I take you through a practice where we dive deep into a concept from yoga or Ayurveda and really integrating it into your practice both on and off the mats. I've been working on recording an Ayurveda online course for you. I started it before my trip, and we'll be finishing it up over the next few weeks with the target launch by the end of October. So this is going to be a really practical course in Ayurveda, which by the end of it, my intention is that you will have a really simple, effective plan for integrating Ayurveda into your daily life to find greater balance within your body, greater ease and comfort within your body as you move through your day-to-day life. So that's just a little bit of where we've been, where we're going. I know this blog's a little bit different from the blogs I've been posting before, and probably a little bit longer as well. So if you've listened the whole way, thank you. And next week, I am going to be sharing with you how during my trip to Fiji, I climbed a 50-foot telephone pole. I was hooked up to a harness, so I was completely safe. I do not recommend that you try this at home, but I am going to explain why I did that and the incredible lessons I learned along the way. So stay tuned for next week. Again, thank you. I love you. I'll see you next week.